HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we'll fill you in on some upcoming happenings in town. Plus, we'll show you some upcoming programs that will soon be airing on HCAM and much more. But first, Hopkinton Hiller Winter Sports has been very busy. Here are the latest highlights and happenings. On Tuesday, January 20th, the 9-1 Hillers hosted 13-0 Medfield. Steve Spector and myself, Tom Nappy, on the call.
Medfield rebound as it was collected by Camelia and Gary, and now here's a 3 attempts, and it's good. Woo, Paige Chanabry. Julia Chatna on the entry. Looking for Resegini, it's stolen away. Naya Anagari on a wide open quick break, and she puts that one in with ease. Trying to work through the defender, it's punched out, and Naya Anagari has a breakaway, up and in with ease.
That's a backbreaker right there.
She has 8 points in the second quarter, had 6 in the first, 14 in total.
Medfield had a big first half, outscoring the Hillers 41-21, and ended up taking the win 68-29. On Wednesday, January 21st, Hiller Wrestling traveled to Ashland for their annual Coaches vs. Cancer Night. WACA TV out of Ashland covered the festivities.
So happy that you and Ashland are participating in this program. I just want to hear from your perspective, how you got involved with it and kind of what it means to the Hopkinton community.
Sure. My name's Jessie Kerner. I'm the assistant coach for the Hopkinton wrestling team. This event first came to fruition in 2019. Coach Pete Zakilli came to the Hopkinton coaches and said, I'd really like to do a Coaches versus Cancer event. The first one was at Ashland High School on the stage. We took center stage against cancer, and we've been doing it ever since. It's a really special event. Myself and my brother are coaches of Hopkinton. We lost our mom in 2012. Coach Zakilli lost his mom in 2019. A former assistant coach who's here tonight, Jared Corey, for the Ashland Clockers, had cancer in 2019. And our former head coach, Tim Nelson, lost his dad in 2023. I might be wrong there, but pretty confident. So it's affected all of us so much. I make the wall of heroes that's up on the board over there, and there's 190 names this year. It's a really special night, and we're so lucky to come together and have this opportunity.
It really is special, and I know it's a big fundraiser.
Yes.
And I think on our website we'll have more information for folks on
Sure.
if they want to donate, how to donate.
Yep.
And I think you have a goal of $2,500, and you're getting there.
Yes, we have a goal of $2,500 this year. Over the 7 years, we've made more than $30,000 for the American Cancer Society, which is unbelievable. We're really lucky to partner with them, and they do a great job helping patients, and that's what we really want to do. So beyond just good wrestling, it's a great night for Hopkinton and Ashland wrestling.
Ashland took the win in a very close meet, 41-35, and some valuable funds were raised to help in the fight against cancer. On Thursday, January 22nd, Hiller Boys and Girls Swimming hosted Holliston. The Hiller boys ended in a 85-85 tie versus Holliston. The Hiller girls took the win over Holliston, 94-58. Also that Thursday, Hiller Alpine Ski hit the slopes. John Ritz was on the scene to capture the action.
On the blue course, number 813, Michael Cobb from Hopkinton. Time for bid number 812, Ellen Turnbull, 46.64. On the red course, 514, Madison Pirelli from Westboro. Time for bid number 613, Adam Warinsky, 36.64. On the blue course, number 913, Lucas Hatch from Algonquin.
Be sure to catch Hiller Alpine Ski next Thursday. Broadcast starts at approximately 6:45 p.m. Also that Thursday, Hiller Boys Hockey traveled to Pirelli Veterans Arena in Franklin to battle Medfield. It was a scoreless game heading into the second period.
Along the near side, and Spavento able to catch that one, drops it. Stolen away though. Here comes Dixon towards the net, backhander, and he puts it in for Medfield. The Medfield Warriors get a shorthanded score. Matthew Dixon makes it a 1-0 game. Moore will take care of that. Off the face-off. Popped off the near side boards, and here comes Petroli approaching that getter, and he ties the game! Just an absolutely perfect pass, and Petroli taking it up ice. A clean breakaway to the net, and a beauty of a backhander to tie the game at 1 apiece. Back and forth we go along the near side boards. Yeah, we've had a lot of battles along the boards tonight. Out in front, and there's a shot! And Luke Dixon able to put it in.
Medfield led 2-1 heading into the third period.
Off the face-off. Listed up the ice there. Sent across now by Costa. In the Medfield territory. There was Spavento, set down in front of the net, and it's popped in! What a feed to the front of the net to Vidmon, who pops it in and reties the game at 2 apiece. Here, Iantoska getting in there, Thoniel. Back to Iantoska. Iantoska gets it over. Now sent across to Spavento. Spavento gets it into the neutral zone. Here comes Lucas Anderson up the far side, sends it back. Thoniel with a shot turned away. And off the rebound, here comes Luke Dixon. Looking to approach, he's diverted, getting in front of him to Costa. Sent to the blue line now, top of the right circle, Owen Hicks, and it's popped in! Hicks put it towards the net, and it was put in by Matthew Dixon.
The Warriors ended up pulling away and capturing the 5-2 win over the Hillers. On Friday, January 23rd, Hiller girls basketball looked to get back in the win column versus Dover Sherborne.
On the shot, and the Hillers get it back. Here goes Restaghini, kicks it out.
Wide open.
3-ball, got it! Gabby Simulus.
Big shot.
Initial shot missed by Monica Gibbs. Another nice rebound for the Hillers as they work around the perimeter. Rabinovich, surrounded by defenders, kicks it out. 3 attempt, got it! Murphy, Chatton, Gurett. Vallis over to Restaghini. And now Chatton gets it back up top to Vallis. Now to Whiteman Cross. Up top, Chatton, Gurett. Oh, she's feeling it! 8 points for Murphy, Chatton, Gurett. Chatton Gurett, drive it in.
Oh, yeah, she's
up for the shot. There it is.
Left-handed, too.
Whiteman Cross, drive it in. Gets it up top, Rabinovich. Over to the corner, 3-ball, got it!
Man.
Tegan Restaghini.
For Dover Sherborne and for Gibbs.
And the Hillers trying to strike back. They will! Murphy Chattangarette says, well, I could do that also.
It's like a shooting gallery here tonight.
Up by 19, and they get another turnover. Collected by Riesenberger, sends it down, and Chatton with the finish.
That is incredible body control, had no time to catch and shoot.
A dominant first half for the Hillers led to a great win for Hopkinton as they took the game 66-50. The Hiller girls officially clinch a playoff spot as they improve to 10-2 on the season. On Saturday, January 24th, Hiller boys hockey hosted Bellingham, and they got the scoring going early and often.
10 seconds until one of the penalties expire. Sent to the far side. Bellingham going to take one last crack at it. See if they can take advantage of this two-man advantage. Sent out and put back into Hiller territory, but there to catch up with it. Carter Moore, both penalties have expired. In the Bellingham territory we go, charging in, there's a shot and a score! Will Iantoska in the right place at the right time. 50 seconds left on the power play for the Hillers. So if need be, it would continue into the second period. Top of the circle, there's a shot off the leg pad. There's Jack Resnick. Pedroli with a shot, and it's in! Matt Pedroli bringing the heat. And Tosca looking to steal it once again, and he will. Approaching, takes it in front of the net, and a loose puck, and it ends up in! Tosca gets it towards the net, and then it was deflected in, and it's going to be, I believe, Lucas Anderson getting credit for the score. Merkel is able to whiz by two defenders there, and a beauty of a pass by Tosca. Merkel just waiting on the side of the net, and he stuffs it in, and the Hillers have another power play score. Hillers have it. Mahan flips it up the ice. Looking to feed it to Pedroli there. Here comes Spavento. He'll leave it behind. There's a shot by Pedroli. Turned away off the rebound. And it's put in! Connor Merkel with the score! Along the end boards. There's a back and forth here. Sent out in front and a backhander into the net by Carl Gau. Tosca looking to send it out. He was contested. There's a shot and ringing it in. That is, I believe that was number 19 for the Hillers, and it was Brendan Jean. Ryan Tosca looking to approach. And with ease, Will Iantoska, that's another one. Tosca just burning and turning around everybody.
2 goals in the first period, 3 more in the second period, and 3 more in the third period. The Hillers take the 8-0 win over Bellingham and improve to 5-6-1. Will Iantoska and Connor Merkel had 2 goals each for the Hillers in the win. Bellingham falls to 3-11-1. Retired Hopkinton Fire Chief Ken Clark hosts a show on HCAM called Hot Topics, where he talks with local firefighters and law enforcement officials and those that keep the community safe and everything rolling smoothly. Here's a look at his upcoming episode, which will air tonight at 7 p.m. Airing later tonight at 7 p.m., retired Hopkinton Fire Chief Ken Clark hosts a brand new episode of Hot Topics.
Campion is assigned to the rescue company at Framingham Fire, and we also have retired Framingham Police Lieutenant Bob Downing. And they do a really, really special race Thanksgiving morning. You run early, eat all day, called the Framingham Turkey Trot. And I've participated in it the last 2 years as a walker, not a runner. And it's like, it makes me smile, because I just said very briefly to them, I think back to my marathon days here, and it's just a a smaller scope of what we did for the marathon that they do to get their turkey trot. It's very successful, very organized, and it's like snap, snap, snap. They're off and running. Tim first, please. What has been the most memorable part of your respective careers? You can start, and then I'll jump over to Bob.
So, I think every fireman's going to tell you the same thing. It's just you get up, you go to work, you get to be with the guys and the gals, and you get to help people. Now, in the course of the day, you never know what's going to happen. So, it's waiting, and then when it comes, you just want to be prepared to do it. I have so many memorable calls. You think of the good and you think of the bad. But I've been fortunate enough to work on the same group for my entire career. I've had a couple stints where I was assigned temporarily to other groups and other stations. But, the day I got appointed, they said go to, Station 5 on Concord Street. And I really have been there every tour since, so which is great for me. It's kind of in my neighborhood, too, where I grew up. So it's kind of special. Yeah. When I go on calls, they go into where I grew up. Some of my neighbors, we've gone to their houses and stuff like that. And
always helps.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm the same way in Hopkins. Grew up on Main Street, 2 doors from the firehouse.
Yeah.
And run my whole same exact thing. I know exactly what you're saying.
You go into a house and there's, Timmy Campion, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
So that's a fun part of the job, right?
Yeah.
There's some bad parts too.
Yeah.
But we tried to lean on the good times.
Yeah. What's some of the memorable things that you would like to share with your?
I mean, I've always enjoying being a police officer. I like to help people. Like I said, if this race is a good example with Tim. I mean, we help people. We reach out to a lot of people. We're able to give people monies, food pantries, the veterans, and being a police officer has allowed me to do that. The former chiefs allowed me to kind of do what I need to do. So we've been able to give back to the community and just, outreach. I mean, I've always been that. That's why I got my second master's 2 years ago in social work, just to learn a little more how to give back. But like I said, just being a police officer, people always say being a police officer must be tough, but it's never really been a problem because we like to help people in the community. So, like I said, and working with Tim it's been a great experience.
Be sure to tune in on HCAM and be on the lookout for new episodes of Hot Topics throughout 2026. We are going to take a quick time out on this edition of HCAM News. A whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Bay Path may have outgrown its space, but not its mission. We need your help to build a new facility that matches our capabilities and dedication. Join us and help ensure we can continue to provide exceptional care and find loving homes for animals for years and years to come. Thank you.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
The Hopkinton Elementary School Building Committee recently received an update on the construction of Charleswood Elementary School, which is expected to open in the very near future. Here's a look at how the construction is going. The Elementary School Building Committee gave an update on progress of construction of the new Charleswood Elementary School.
On the left-hand side is this massive truss erection that occurred on the south wall of the gymnasium. This is holding up a lot of the roof trusses, which I'll show on a later slide, but a massive lift requiring 2 cranes, not something you typically see on the job site. Image to the right is the structural steel erection with the decking going in prior to the placement of the concrete. Image to the left is the Area D, which is the gymnasium steel erection being completed with the topping off beam and Christmas tree at the top corner, which is the northwest corner of the gymnasium. Image to the right is the detention system concrete slab placement. So the excavation we showed last month, they're now placing a concrete slab at the bottom of that excavation to place the concrete detention structures on top of it. I have some slides later that show that occurring. On the left is the Area A slab on deck with sleeves and reinforcing prior to the placement of the concrete. And then the image to the right is the gymnasium roof trusses that were installed that tie into that massive truss that we showed in the earlier images. Essentially, that's the roof of the gymnasium that you see without the decking on it. Image here to the left is after the concrete is placed on that second floor slab. So just as it was being done, it's now placed, and they're working on enclosing between the second floor and the third floor now. Image to the right shows the envelope enclosure happening. I think last month we showed the framing up. Now it's framed and sheathed, and the windows are temp enclosed, and they're using the space inside they're heating the space inside that provides warmth for both the concrete placement but also the under slab work that's occurring. Image to the left is some of that under slab work. This is the electrical conduits in the electrical room in the southeast corner of Area A, adjacent to the kitchen area. That work is completed, and they'll be ready to backfill that in the next couple weeks. The image to the right is the backfilling of that detention system 2. And you can see at the far end is the placement of those structures. So they place the structures on the concrete. They're now backfilling material on top of it so they can seal that structure in place to hold water. Image to the left here is just the roof trusses in the gymnasium with the decking on, so kind of a feel for how that space will be now that it's enclosed. And then the image to the right just shows the utility work ongoing in the Area A ground floor area.
You can view the full meeting at hcam.tv/government. It's time to tell you about some upcoming Hopkinton Hiller athletic events on HCAM. Tonight at 8 p.m. we have Hiller girls hockey as they host Ursuline Academy. Then on Thursday we have Hiller alpine ski. On Friday, boys basketball takes on Dedham and celebrates senior night. And then on Saturday, Hiller girls hockey battles Medfield, followed by the boys against Westwood. A Saturday hockey doubleheader. It'll be live on HCAM. The Marathon Fund Committee is awarding 8 $1,500 scholarships to graduating high school seniors who are residents of Hopkinton. Applications can be found in the town manager's office at the town hall or the guidance department at Hopkinton High School. You could view more on the town website at hopkintonma.gov or by contacting the town manager's office. And of course, you can see the details as well at our website, hcam.tv. Need help paying property taxes? Well, you're in luck. The Hopkinton Tax Relief Fund is accepting applications by February 20th. For details, be sure to contact Town Hall, or you can stop by the Town Hall, the Senior Center, the library, the Youth and Family Services, and the town website to find the applications for the Hopkinton Tax Relief Fund. Upcoming town government meetings include on Tuesday, February 3rd, we'll have the Select Board meeting at 6 p.m. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. Or for more information, you can head over to the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. On Tuesday, January 13th, Hiller Girls Basketball hosted Ashland. Steve Spector and myself, Tom Nappy, were on the call.
Good ball movement there. Rabinovich along the short corner, trying to work her way in, up for the shot. No good, falls out. Ashland has it, but surrounded by defenders. Knocked out of her grasp, and Rabinovich gets it back. Kicks it out.
Oh.
Free ball, yes.
Oh, that's a backbreaker right there.
Chatton gets it underneath. Rabinovich with the contact. And one coming up. Down the baseline, kicks it over to the corner. There's a three attempt. Good. She knocks it down. And that was Gabby Simulus knocking it down. Her second three of the game. Passing there by the Hillers. Vallis gets it underneath.
There's a double.
Back out to Vallis. Three ball, yes.
Beautiful
Count
shot.
it. And Clockers get it back, collected by Yastaris.
10 seconds, get a good shot here. Oh, that's a good idea.
Into Vitti, up for the jumper, no good. Rabinovich has it, 3 seconds, long pass. Restaghini, right at the buzzer, and she got it! That was just perfectly timed.
Wow.
And she is able to go up and in, literally right at the buzzer. Number 5, Lemos. Up top, Restaghini. Driving down through the defenders, count it.
Careful. There's a steal right there.
Riesenberger getting it back, but some back and forth here. It ends up in the hands of Restaghini. Driving down, yes! Tegan Restaghini with another nice finish. You're on for both of them. You get Norwood and but look at that. You lucked out this year. Restaghini down the lane. Yes, and the foul. Tegan Restaghini has taken over the game.
Hopkinton takes the win, 58-41. The Hillers improved to 9-0. Ashland falls to 4-7. Tegan Restaghini nets 15 points. Sophia Whiteman-Kraus nets 14 points. Abby Rabinovich put up 13. And Gabby Simulus nets 10 points. And a good team win for the Hillers.